Escorting Jana Landell is Sarah Miller, and the young lady is a Long Beach City native. Sarah has been dominating competition since she stepped onto the scene, and after pacing the team in numerous categories, she was recently named the CCCAA Female Athlete of the Month for all sports in the month of September. She is the first athlete to haul in this accolade in over 2 years, and she's a volleyball player. That's for you. You. No, you're fine. Thank you. No, stay. In the word of her coaches and teammates, Jana Landell is perhaps the most dominant player to participate in women's volleyball in the history of Long Beach City College. She is an intelligent athlete with a great arm swing as a hitter, leading her team to many championships. Throughout her life, she has served as a major ambassador in volleyball for both the United States and international arenas. She was a consistent player throughout her life. She played on international and national teams as a 40-year-old, as a 45-year-old, as a 50-year-old. And this last year, on the 55-year-old in Sao Paulo, her team took the silver medal in the global gold for volleyball. One of the things that you find when you have great athletes, their families either provided them the wisdom to become an athlete, or they provide the wisdom to their families to be athletes. This is reflected in her own family, as her 3 sons all played volleyball through their collegiate years, and her husband is an avid beach volleyball player. It is said the environment is set by people, and around you, you help determine your destiny. And I can guarantee you that Lana provided that for her family and has consistently been a prominent player in the game of volleyball. It would be remiss for me to not recognize Jana's coach, which is Donna Prindle, sitting back at that table, and her teammates, who was her setter, Margaret Boss, and another young lady there with her is Janine Brands, and they're here to honor Lana tonight. And so without further ado, I wish to introduce to you Jana Landell, a truly great inductee to the Long Beach City College Hall of Fame class of 2016.
Thank you, and it's really wonderful to be here tonight. I guarantee this will not be a marathon. I have it all written down. I'm not going to forget anybody, and we'll get right to it. I'd like to thank the committee and Long Beach City College for allowing me to be a part of the Hall of Champions. I would like to congratulate those inductees being honored here tonight. I'm truly honored and humbled to be included with all of you in this celebration. This evening would not be complete without acknowledging family and friends that are here tonight. My parents, Charlie and Carolyn Marchi, are here. Their love and support has made me the person I am today. You both are wonderful role models and my biggest fans, especially my mom. Although my dad was there for me, I'm going to embarrass my mom for a minute. I grew up on the playgrounds of the Long Beach School District. My mom was the after-school and summer playground director at Naples Elementary. At an early age, I was introduced to all kinds of sports, especially volleyball. She was my first coach. Throughout my years, she was always there to support me. She went to every Naples, Rogers, Wilson, Long Beach City College, Long Beach State athletic event that I ever attended. That's a lot of whistling. She had a fantastic whistle. Cheering, hand-holding, consoling, and best of all, and this is in capitals, bold, home-baked cookies. That's right, she baked cookies for every single game I ever played in. My teammates were more interested in the cookies that were coming to the match than the opponent we were playing that night. So these were really good cookies. So Mom, thank you for being my biggest fan, loudest cheerleader, and supporting my teammates and a lot of fans with cookies. My husband Rob is here FaceTiming. Hi, honey. He's working and could not be here tonight. He's the love of my life and my rock, but he's away traveling. I have 3 grown children here today, Casey, Jake, and Callan, as well as my new daughter-in-law, Melissa, newly married, less than a month. You guys make my life so fun and enriching. Your dad and I are so proud of your accomplishments and are so excited for your future. I'm so happy you could come here and share this evening with me. On a side note, Casey, my oldest, played for Randy Tutorp at Long Beach City College, and they won state. Go Vikings. My son Jake played for Randy's Highline Club for many years and stayed with that club because he wanted to play for Randy. So Randy, I'd really like to thank you for being a mentor and a role model to my boys. Their successes as volleyball players and adults are due in part to your role in their life. Thank you. This is to acknowledge table 15. You guys, I call you guys my partners in crime. You know who you are. You're my past and present, indoor and beach volleyball foursomes, my volleyball teammates and partners. Whether it's reminiscing like tonight, planning a beach foursome next week, or traveling the world to play volleyball, your friendship and support is what keeps me sane and always striving to be in shape. Thank you for coming and supporting me. I'd also like to acknowledge at table 15, Robbie Stewart. She and I go way back to Whaley Park and Parks and Recreation. She really, she had a great summer volleyball program there, and that's where I learned and refined my volleyball skills, and she really encouraged me to keep playing. In fact, she is still playing. I see her at adult nationals every year, and so in the bio where it says I have this honor as a landslide, no, she takes the landslide. I'm like a mini slide. So looking back on my final days at Wilson High School, I was living in the moment and not thinking about my future. In other words, I didn't have a college plan. No, nothing from the peanut gallery over there? Luckily, fate walked into the Wilson gym in the form of Donna Prindle, who asked me to come and play for her. By the way, Donna is also a Hall of Champions inductee. I remember Coach Prindle as quite young and innocent, and us, her team, as quite a handful. Coach Prindle had the patience of a saint. In fact, she probably is a saint because we really tried to corrupt her. Janine Brands and her potty mouth, past Hall of Champions inductee Margaret Graves' boss, and her antics, numerous antics on and off the court. Coach Prindle rolled with all the punches. She could not be broke. All kidding aside, though, I realized that Coach Donna was a role model. By the middle of my second year, I wanted to play for Donna. She was mentor on and off the court, academics first, athletics second. Donna, you are one of the reasons I'm up here. Sports may have led me to Long Beach City College, but Long Beach City College led the way to a successful and enriching life. I truly believe that who you are surrounded by early in life helps shape the person you are today. From the coaches to the faculty and administration here at Long Beach City College, their guidance provided me a great stepping stone to continue my academics and athletic endeavors at Long Beach State and beyond. I'm truly honored to be a part of Long Beach City College athletic history and especially my induction here tonight. Thank you for this honor.
Next inductee, and then my term of work of the track and field program will be finished for the night, and you get tired of hearing me brag about my sport. Next Hall of Fame inductee, 2016, I'm going to have him come up here and stand, because some of the things I'm going to say, when he stands up here, you'll understand some of the words that I will use. Douglas Fernandez, track and field, Hall of Fame, 2016. Is that right there? Thank you. Now I'm going to make a statement, and some people curl their lips on this one. He may be one of the most talented all-around athletes ever at Long Beach City College. I'm going to shake his hand, and if you can see my hand from wherever you're at, you're lucky. He's from Venezuela. And I'll explain that situation in a couple of minutes, because everybody talks about my recruiting prowess. It was not me, it was Brooke Elias, but that's another story. He was also a Hall of Famer. All right, you know, the normal things, if you take a look at his bio, yes, he was the state champion both years. He is the school record holder. And if that ever gets broken, let's say, for example, the javelin record. 258 feet, just under 260 feet. If you throw 300 feet, you threw the length of the football field. Now, that's not a football that you can spin as you release it. This is a javelin pointed through that far. That record will sit there for a long, long time. And in the decathlon, and that's why I said all-around athlete, there isn't a sport this man, and I said man, could not do. Extremely gifted, talented, and you want to see fitness? He was chiseled, for those who understand what that means. Most people have a six-pack, he probably had a 12-pack. Okay? No. Two of those records that I just mentioned are national junior college records to this day. Okay? All right? In the Pan American Games in 1983, and what are the Pan American Games? That's all of Latin America, the United States, and Canada. He got the silver in the decathlon, got the bronze in the javelin. That means against the United States, against everybody else in all of Latin America. Silver and bronze. He then came back here in '84 to Los Angeles in the '84 games and placed 18th in the decathlon. 18th in the world is not bad. Okay? Now, let's talk about how this young man, I never learned to speak Spanish. and they had to deal with me constantly. Fortunately, Baruch Elias, who some people in this room who've been around Long Beach City College know what impact he had. He could speak Spanish. And the bottom line is, this was an unbelievable cultural experience for me, Long Beach City College, and I might add, much to the displeasure of those who competed against us, we had 10 to 12 athletes that came here, and now the president would probably hug me because they paid out-of-state tuition for 12 people for 4 semesters, and you don't have to send that to Sacramento. You get to keep it. So the coffers got better as a result of the subsidization of them coming here. There was an absolute cooperation between athletics and the English department. 2/3 of them stayed, have individual professions. One is a doctor today. The idea of what this represented to them and the cultural experience of the other people on the team and what they did. We, as a staff, Elias and I, got to go to Caracas for the Pan American Games, and we're here for '84 when they came back and represented their country. They are a product of Long Beach City College. They brought nothing but honor to our program, and I'm telling you, if any of the other coaches could have stole him, he wouldn't be standing here and I wouldn't be talking. This is an athlete, and this is one of the best ever. So, Douglas Fernandez, congratulations.
Hello, everyone. I want to thank you to my wife for supporting me tonight, and my daughter Nicole, my friends Robert and his wife. My speech is not going to be too long. It's going to be 10-second speech. Yeah, 10-second speech. The only thing I want to say is thank you to Coach Rongali, and thank you to Elijah Haru. Rest in peace. You know, he died not too long ago. And that's all I have to say. Thank you. Thank you very much. 10-second speech. Thank you.
Where's our photo? Turn around. I got to get up.
Escorting Mauricio Ignatius is Savannah Christensen. Miss Christensen has been one of the most dangerous weapons on the pitch for the Vikings in the past 2 years. By utilizing her speed and touch, Christensen has tallied a goal career of 12 goals and 13 assists. In addition, she has started in every game she has played in throughout her entire career, proving her value to the program. We thank you. When I started writing what I should write about Mauricio, it came to my mind that this is a man ahead of his time. And I would like to introduce you to a great soccer coach. As a player, Mauricio was a fine soccer player, athletic. He started his craft as a coach, I believe, at Los Al High School. And that's where my son attended, and he had just left, and that was to my son's dissatisfaction. I have known Mauricio from that time forward, and it's been a great privilege. He came to Long Beach City College to take a fledgling women's soccer program and turn it into a premier powerhouse. He also utilized the facilities at Long Beach City College to enhance the community's club soccer programs, which also enhanced Long Beach City College in return. It is a great accomplishment in itself to bring club soccer to this area, and he was responsible. I think that if you try to sum up certain things, winning soccer has become a household term when you refer to Mauricio as a coach. From 1995 to 2003, his Long Beach City College teams will win 5 state championships. It should be noted that his 2002 soccer team was the first women's athletic team ever in the history of Long Beach City College to win a national championship. Since leaving Long Beach City College, his career has been extended up the street to Cal State Long Beach. And under his guidance, his teams have won a series of Big West Conference championships and had many different appearances in the NC2A National Tournament at the Elite 8 level, which is quite an accomplishment for this area. If you ask anybody about Mauricio who's had any contact with him, they will all say, great coach, great humanitarian, and a super person. It is my great pleasure to introduce Mauricio Ingracias, who was a unanimous selection by the Hall of Champions committee this year. Mauricio?
What an honor this is. For me, this is truly, I remember Chuck talking about the Hall of Champions, making it a reality, and for me, it truly is a bucket list. It's a lifetime thing for me, and I could not wait for this night. Unfortunately, I don't know where Chuck is. I'm sorry. Chuck, great to see you and the family. It really is. It's a huge, tremendous honor for me and my family to have this evening. And unfortunately, the way I've always lived my life is 45 minutes at a time. And today I had a game up in Davis, and it was really 45 minutes at a time, and it was do or die now for my season. Yeah, do or die for my season, and I'm stressing, and I'm a little sick. I hope not to cough during my speech. But I should have known. I should have never even stressed. I was going to see Mickey tonight. What's wrong with me? Her angel was right here, and she took care of us, and I came home with a win. So thank you. And thank you to the Hall of Champions committee. Thank you to Randy. I see great things here. I love his energy, and I met with him, and I just see a lot of great things continuing the legacy of Mickey and Chuck and all the people that have contributed to what Long Beach City College is. It's made me who I am today. I feel a ton of pride to be here and to carry Long Beach City in my heart. I want to thank my family, my mom and dad, my other mom and dad, my wife, Barbara, my daughter Madison. I want to thank my 2 players that are here, All-Americans, National Players of the Year. Stand up, ladies. Sarah Cheech Gibson and Kimberly Gents, 2 tremendous players. I'd like to thank Mickey and Chuck, John Philpa, Will Shaw. These are people that like shaped me as a young man, and I countless of meetings and questions and just trying to learn, and I can never thank you guys enough. Mickey hired me as a walk-on coach. I'm not sure, I was coaching the men's soccer team. I was assistant coach to Bill Finnerty. And I'm Argentine, and Bill's English. So I want the ball on the ground, and Bill likes it in the air. And so at the end of that first year, I'm not sure if Mickey really wanted me or if Bill was trying to get rid of me. But nonetheless, Mickey walked out to the field. I still remember it. Her coach had gone to Cal State Dominguez Hills, and she asked me if I would coach the women. And I was like, I've never coached women. I don't know, I wouldn't know where to go. But she said the magic word. She says, we'll pay you twice as much as you're making now. And for me, I was a walk-on. Man, $4,000, I was like, I am in. I am in. And that's where it started. And I had 5 people on a bench on August of 1995. It was the bench, I don't know if it's still out there, but there was one little bench, and my 5 players were there, and I'm like, where's the rest of the team? They're like, oh, we don't know. Such and such went with coach to the other school, and this and that. I'm like, okay, well, we can't have training. I'm thinking, man, I'm not going to get my $4,000 this year. We can't have training. I'll see you guys, it was like a Monday, I'll see you guys on Wednesday, let's make some flyers, let's put them up. We put them up all over campus. It was get fit, come out for the soccer team. We literally had 2 real soccer players. The rest were first-year people or people that played JV, never even played varsity. And we got up to about 13 players. Mary Aja was our trainer. She remembers this very, very vividly. Probably, I don't know. I remember everything very vividly. I don't know if she does. And that year there were some other startup programs. We had history at Long Beach City, but there were some other startup programs. So we were able to beat all the startup programs. But we only won 7 games. We were 7-10 that year, but that was a school record. We'd tied the school record for most wins in 1995. And I stole a lot of things from Mickey, and one of my favorite lines is, I would eat a rock to win. And that's what happened. I went out and I got a couple of coaches to help me out. We went out and recruited everything that played well. And first year, we made playoffs, first year ever with our all freshman team. That was 96. And then 1997, 2 recruiting cycles, still eating rocks to win. 26-1 and state champions. It was crazy. I owe so much to Long Beach City College. I owe so much to Mickey. She basically said, you need to go and get your master's degree so that we can pay you more than $4,000. And I was like, whoa, all right. So I went out and got my master's, and in 99, she was able to hire me full time. And that was a blessing for me at the time, and I couldn't even believe it. The life I had, I was very young, as you probably can imagine, at the time, and I'll be forever grateful for that. I would have never known what to do, and she told me what to do, and the coaching part it kind of came natural, but I mean, my secret was I would get all my top recruits, and I would take them to Mickey, and she would recruit them in her office. And she really would recruit them, and I stole a lot of her lines, like the one I just told you, use the vehicle as a sport to get ahead. That's one of my favorite ones. You're going to bump into your passion as you go around your general education at community college. That's why you don't want to go to that 4-year. You want to come here first, and we'll get you a better deal later. Man, on and on and on and on. I stole all her lines, but the one thing I'm still searching for is her magic. So thank you, Mickey, for everything. Mike and Mary, our trainers, thank you so much. You guys were great and a big part of my experience here. All my assistant coaches, Scott Snow, Alex Camargo. We had a ton of coaches, but those two guys were here for the majority of the time here. And I'd like to leave you with probably one of my favorite games of all time. And this will also show you a little bit of what we did as a staff here all together. So it was 2001, and the one team that the one program that we had that we would always go head to head against was Cypress College. And I mean, it was amazing. For 10 straight years, either we would win a state championship or they would win a state championship. Of course, we got 6, they got 4. And here we are, 5 miles apart on the same street. And so you can imagine the rivalry, the bitterness. It was crazy at the time. And you know, those two sitting back there were heavily recruited by Cypress, and you know, they came to Long Beach, and there was players on both sides. As I'm sure it still happens today. And it was going to be the first time we actually played them. You know, there was a lot of talk, but it was actually the first time we actually played them, and it was going to be in the state final. And the players are freaking out. They're just like, oh my God, like I'm gonna kill her, and I'm gonna punch her, and I'm gonna kick her, and this. I'm like, no, you're not. We got to win a game. And I picked up the phone. It was about 11 o'clock at night. I said, Mickey, I need you down here. She comes down in her pajamas. And she gave this talk to my team, and she basically, I mean, I stole it. I still use it. It's not about Cypress College. This is about playing for the honor of winning a state championship. And she allowed me to sleep like a baby. I was like, okay. And my players went to bed and relaxed, still came out, and we were down 2-0 at half, and it was crazy. I still remember it to this day. We get one back in the first 5 minutes. Ebony Stone from Long Beach Poly gets one back, and we're 2-1. And now I'm putting all my best players in the front row, and so it's a counter. Every 4 or 5 attacks, we're getting countered, but we're getting countered bad, like with really bad numbers in the back. But we got to go. We got to go after the game. And with about maybe 15 minutes left, my keeper makes a save with her face. She makes a 1v1 save. She saves the 3-1 with her face. And I sprint out there. We only have one keeper. Her name was Carrie Delaney. I sprint out there, and her nose is literally sideways. And I'm like, oh my God, like, what are we gonna do? And Mike, our trainer, goes out. He's like, oh, don't worry. I'm like, Mike, I can't sub this kid. And the referee says, well, wait as long as you guys need. I said, okay. So Mike grabs her nose. Probably couldn't do this today, but he goes, hey, honey, you got some blood here. Crack. You'll be okay. I'm like, she'll be okay. Like, her face, she looked like the Elephant Man. It was like this, and I'm like, okay, she'll be okay, but can she play? Can she? Can she even know? Does she even know where she's at? So I said, all right, well, I got to do something. So I asked her. I said, Carrie, what a save! Unbelievable save! You saved the game, but I need your gloves because I got a net warming up on the sidelines, and I think that was like the salt that she needed. She was a little crazy. All keepers are a little crazy. A little salt underneath, and she's like, what? And I can't tell you what she said because it was all F this, F that. I'll break every bone in my body, but we're not going to lose to these guys. Let's go. The referee gives us 8 minutes of added time, which is unheard of. We score in those 45-minute halves. We score in the 51st minute of the second half. Kim Jentz with a full volley. And we won it in the 107th minute of overtime. Jen Herron came, scored the goal. And I always say we cheated. We played with 12. Because Jen was expecting And she came out and she's like, I can't play in the playoffs. Well, we're going to go find another doctor, Jen. You're going to have to play. And she scored. She wasn't that pregnant. I don't want to freak anybody out. We were not that crazy. It was very, very early stages. But she scored, and we call that the championship baby. And that embodies a little bit of what we had this magic going on here at Long Beach City. And man, what great times. It was 9 years, and it went by way too fast. And I'm just so thankful to be here. I love it here. It'll always be in my heart. And one last thanks. I see Casey over here, Chris Oding, some of the coaches, Mike Maloney, Gary Anderson. A lot of these guys that Donna Prindle, Donna. A lot of these people that I ask questions every day. I always just asked the geniuses, the people that knew what to do, and many talks with Gary, many talks with Donna. I still remember Donna was marveled because I terated my team, but I didn't use any cuss words, and she liked that. She's like, that was the most amazing thing. You didn't use one cuss word. I'm like, I don't think I can. But I'm just so thankful with all the people. It's about people, right? And I'm just so thankful for the people that I've met and the people that have made me who I am today. And if you ever want to come watch a game here at Long Beach State, please feel free to send me an email, and I would love to have you there as my guest. And I have one last story, sorry. So in 2000, like I said, 1997, not 2000, 1997, we went 26-1. We won a state championship. Well, we had one loss. My one loss was to Barbara's team at Ventura City College. And so if you can't beat them, you marry them. Thank you.
I'm feeling pretty good right now. We're almost about 10 o'clock, and when you put on an event like this, you certainly concern about like time. So I would say right now I have about 5 minutes, and I'm confident that I won't exceed that time. But I would be remiss right now, this year especially, not to express some sentiment of a great appreciation of what happened here tonight. Specifically, there's some phenomenal student athletes that came through Long Beach City College, so let's give them all a great round of applause. But it would be really hard for me to stand here right now and to not acknowledge that somebody that took a risk and hired me at a young age to lead a program is in attendance and honored tonight in Chuck McFerrin. So I want to thank Chuck for that opportunity. And I think what was expressed tonight that came clear is that immediately when I took the position, it was very felt that it wasn't Chuck McFerrin, it was a athletic department. Immediately I felt the enormous support of Mickey Davis, who constantly reminded about the great give back of the community, people who came through. I think she had a slogan that was like the golden child or the golden circle. It was something of it. I remember like I was there in that meeting, and I was like, man, that was me. You know, like I wanted to come back and give back, and it was Mickey Davis that reminded of us that every year. So thank you, Mickey. I'd be remiss not to acknowledge that my counterpart that was just here, Mauricio and Gracia, when I first came in coaching, man, those are the kind of people that you want to mirror. You know, Mauricio did amazing stuff here with the soccer program, and you know, you want to strive to that level. So thank you, Mauricio, for what you did here at Long Beach City College. Again, every inductee tonight in their respective sport earned some tremendous accolades and were icons in that sport. So I don't want to be remiss on behalf of the entire inductee, and I want to thank the Hall of Champions Committee for this year's in ceremony, and every inductee that was here tonight. And so on behalf of Long Beach City College Athletics, the institution, the committee, let's give a big round of applause for everybody here that was inducted tonight. Thank you very much. Thank you.